Celtic Badass of the Week showcases a different badass person of Celtic heritage each week. Those who exemplify the give no shit attitude and come out on top. They may come from our past or our present, but rest assured they come from all walks of life and legend. They are men, women, even old ladies and pirate queens. You don't have to be a muscled-up Celt in a fur kilt swinging a mighty sword. You can just be a 4'11" Welsh woman and suffragette who knows jujitsu. Most of these badasses are all too real. While some may be only legend, badass legends though. The only prerequisite for this title is Celtic blood and badassedness.
Alright, Billy Waugh. Now, this dude has some Scottish ancestry. Waugh is most likely from the Old English to Anglican, Waugh meaning foreign, see Wallace. Now, perhaps applied originally to the Welsh-speaking Strathclyde Britons who survived as a separate group in Scotland well into the Middle Ages. Now, while other senior citizens were enjoying a quiet life in retirement, 71-year-old Billy Waugh was hunting for Osama bin Laden in Afghanistan and blowing Taliban fighters to smithereens. As a member of a CIA team sent in shortly after 9/11 attacks, Waugh battled militants at Tora Bora and helped bring about the collapse of the Taliban. Now, it seemed a pretty good ending to a career that featured combat in Korea and Vietnam, surveying Libya's military, tracking international terrorists, and God knows what else for the CIA. Waugh was born in 1929 in Texas and enlisted in the U.S. Army in 1948. After completing airborne school, he was assigned to the 82nd Airborne at Fort Bragg, North Carolina. But he was eager to get into combat. He re-enlisted in 1951, so he could get into the 187th Airborne Regimental Combat Team in Korea. Then the Korean War ended, dang it, and his career veered off into Black Ops territory once he joined the Special Forces in 1954. Now, this 85-year-old Special Forces legend has one of the most badass military resumes we've ever seen, but having served as much time in Black Ops as regular military, most of his badassery is classified. But with 5 tours and Special Forces A-teams in Vietnam and Laos, where he was wounded multiple times, working for the CIA Special Activities Division in Libya, preventing the Russians from stealing classified missile secrets on the, I'm going to try to pronounce this word, but Kwajalein Atoll, and helping to hunt down the infamous terrorist Carlos the Jackal, which he later detailed in the book Hunting the Jackal. Waugh writes of the time he survived a major North Vietnamese Army attack in Vietnam where he was, shot in the head. He said, "I took another bullet, this time right across the right side of my forehead. I don't know for sure, but I believe the bullet ricocheted off the bamboo before striking me. It sliced in and out of a 2-inch section of my forehead, and I immediately started to bleed like an open faucet," he said. It sounds like the punchline to a bad joke, but you know it's a bad day when the best thing about it is getting shot in the head. The bullet had knocked him unconscious, and the NVA soldiers who later inspected his body thought he was dead. Now, though the enemy soldiers had taken his gear, clothing, and his Rolex watch, he was left alone where he was hit, because they thought he was dead, and his comrades later landed in a helicopter, found him, and saved his life. "If you were going up there," he said, "you were either going to die or get shot to hell." Well, of his team's work in Vietnam, everyone in the outfit was wounded at least once, twice, 3 times, hell, more than that. He officially retired from the Army at the rank of Sergeant Major in 1972, though he had been working for the CIA since 1961 and would continue to work for the agency over the years as an operative or contractor. Now, his military awards included the Silver Star, 4 Bronze Stars, 4 Army Commendation Medals, and 8 Purple Hearts for wounds in combat. Waugh was often lived in the shadows at the forefront of America's wars. Waugh has often lived in the shadows at the forefront of America's wars, long before Osama bin Laden would be known as U.S. Public Enemy Number 1. He was tracking the terror mastermind's every move in Sudan and put forth several plans to take him out. He has said, "I was within 30 meters of him. I could have killed him with a rock." Now, In between his time in uniform and paramilitary garb, Waugh earned a bachelor's and master's degree, and he still lectures young soldiers on the art of surveillance, according to Dangerous Magazine, but it's apparently not all PowerPoint and boredom for the now 85-year-old Waugh, who now lives in Northwest Florida. Still lists himself as a contractor for my present outfit on his website, so the next time some shit comes down on America's enemies, he may be the reason why. Dang, that's badass.